Going to lead you guys in some chair yoga today. I have been teaching yoga for a long time. And recently, in the last 4 or 5 years, I've had to have two spine surgeries in my cervical spine. I've got lumbar spinal issues, which is why you'll see me wearing my back brace. And so I've gotten into chair yoga because it is a phenomenal alternative to mat yoga on the floor, but it's also easy to do some of these stretches in smaller, shorter snippets of time, as opposed to spending an entire hour, 45 minutes doing some yoga. And so, just like we did yesterday, I know we got a lot of new people here today. Last class, we started kind of from the top and moved our way down, focusing on some deep breathing as well, but we forgot to record it. And so today we're going to really start over where we did yesterday for the Tuesday, Thursday crowd to meet up with the Monday, Wednesday, Friday crowd. And then hopefully everybody can use these recordings to do these stretches throughout your time in your office, as messy as it might be like mine, and to take some time for yourself throughout the day, just a quick 30 minutes, doesn't even have to be a whole 30 minutes, to do some stretching. And I don't know about you guys, but with the end of the semester coming up, the holiday season, Thanksgiving leading into Christmas, and other holidays this time of year, I'm building a lot of tension in my neck and my shoulders. And so one of the things I always like to talk to people about with their neck and their shoulders is that these are like Romeo and Juliet. They really want to be together, but they really shouldn't be together. And so we're going to start with just some shoulder movements. We're going to lift the shoulders up and roll them back and down, and lift them up and roll them back and down. And so if you want to join me while we do this, we're working through our scapula, our shoulder blades, as we move. And so we're taking the shoulders and moving them in space. We're not just moving at the arms, we're actually moving the whole shoulder blade. So I'll rotate around so you can see the different positions. Today I'm wearing exercise clothes so that you can see me a little bit better, but everything we're going to do today, you can do in your work clothes. We're not going to sweat or anything like that, so there's no worry about having to get ready to go back to work after this chair yoga. And when we start a new exercise anytime throughout the day, normally we want to do some cardio to warm our body up first. But since we're not able to do cardio for chair yoga, we're going to do this little bit of warm up as we do some dynamic movements before we get into some deep stretching. So we always start with a little bit of movement to warm the joint up, to internal temperature, to raise the internal temperature of the body. So now we're going to hold those shoulders back and down, and I want you to move them forwards and backwards. And so as we warm up these muscles now, we're going to really start to focus on our posture. And so if you're like me, many of us are hunched forward. That's the street name for the postural kyphosis technical term, which is this hunchback. And so in society today, we look over our phones, we look over our computers, and we just don't always focus on our posture as well. And the difficulty with that is that the tighter we get, the less we're able to move, to take those full deep breaths. And so this is a warm up to be able to take those full, long, deep breaths. I'm going to move my computer down a little bit more so you can see me. There we go. And so what we're really trying to do is squeeze the shoulder blades together as far behind us as we can, almost to the point where we over exaggerate and arch the back together, squeezing the shoulder blades, arch those shoulders together and reach the back up to the sky so we can open up through the chest. Because it's these muscles right here on the sides of our bodies that get really tight, our serratus anterior and our pec minor. Don't worry, there's not a quiz after this. You don't have to learn those names. But those are the muscles that protract the scapula. So we're warming those up right now. And now we're going to really work on our posture. So instead of this awkward hunch position, we're going to really try to stack the shoulders right over the hips, sitting up really tall, so that we can get into some neck movement. So I like to put my hands on my shoulders to hold the shoulders back and down where they're supposed to be in space, right over the hips. And we're just going to slowly drop our ear from shoulder to shoulder. And again, you'll notice that we're not holding the stretch. We're doing this dynamic workout, or excuse me, this dynamic warm up in order to get the muscles ready for the long stretch that we're going to do at the end. So anytime we go out and do any kind of exercise, we're always supposed to start with a warm up and end with a cool down. And that's when we do our deep stretching, is at the end, to really work on our flexibility. So right now we're not necessarily working on flexibility. We're just warming up the muscles, especially because it's a little bit chilly outside. And so we're just moving the head from side to side. And you'll start to notice a little pull in the neck, especially if you're tense like me. As we sit up tall, abs are in tight, shoulders back and down. Now we're going to change this up. So we're going to add the head back to the middle and turn and look over the shoulder. When we look over the shoulder side to side, I said this on Monday, you'll notice that there's a little bit of difference in your ability to rotate from side to side. And that's going to be completely normal. And so what you'll find is that most of us are better at turning over our left shoulder than our right shoulder, not because of our handedness, left-handed or right-handed, but actually this is due to when we drive in the car. When we look over our left, we use our side mirror and actually looking behind us. But in the right, since we're on the left side of the car, we look in the rearview mirror, so our right side doesn't turn as much. So the goal in rotating the head at the neck and the shoulders is to be able to take that chin across the shoulder. And if you can't get there yet, that's fine. We always want to listen to our own body. Yoga is a practice that we do every day, and every time we practice, we get a little bit better. Some days we don't do as well. Other days we do exceptionally well. The journey, of course, just like every day, is kind of up and down and up and down. So we want to follow the body and allow the body to go as far as it's comfortable. When we're stretching, we always want to go to the point of discomfort, but not pain. Stretching should never, ever hurt. Now we're going to bring that head all the way back to the middle, and we're going to add shoulder to shoulder back in. And then as we do this, we're going to start to add a little bit more, still sitting up nice and tall, shoulder blades back and down. Now we're going to add a little bit more. So we're going to drop our shoulder to one side, or ear to one side, and then we're going to turn our chin to look across the shoulder. And then lift the head up, drop the ear to the other side, and turn the chin to look across the shoulder, and lift the head up. So again, we're not really holding the stretches yet. We're just working on warming it up, chin to the shoulder, and lift the head up. And again, relax as we go. Beautiful. So we're warming the head, the neck, and the shoulders up. We're going to finish this last one on either side. Ear to shoulder, chin to shoulder, lift that head back up. Beautiful. And let's go back to our scapular mobility. The shoulder blades moving up and down. And again, we're rolling the shoulder blades around in space. And while we do this time we're going to add the head, turning to look over the shoulder from side to side. So in a lot of yoga classes, you'll notice that they start with the breathing, which is perfect. Everybody has a different way of teaching. I like to teach movement first, because if we're really tight, it's hard to get a deep breath. So you guys keep going. If we're hunched forward like this, it's really hard to take a full inhale. So I like to start by loosening up the tightness in the chest and the head and the neck, so that we can really start to open up and take our deep shoulder breath, or our deep breath into our chest with our shoulders relaxed back and down. So we're going to hold those shoulders back and down, just like I tell my kids when I'm teaching them biomechanics. I want your shoulders to be depressed. This is elevation. This is depression. I don't want you to be depressed mentally or emotionally, just in the shoulders. So with the shoulders back and down, depressed and retracted, squeezing the shoulders together. Now we're going to put one hand on our chest and one hand on our belly. And we're going to focus into our breathing. So as we take a big inhale, we're going to lift up into the chest and exhale out. We're going to breathe, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Focusing on posture, sitting up tall, inhale and exhale. And most of us will notice that our hand on our belly isn't moving. So now we're going to try to take it like a wave from the bottom up and then the top down. So I want you to imagine a baby breathing. If you've ever seen a baby laying in a crib breathing, they're going to use their whole belly. So now I want you to take a big, big inhale, fill up your belly. The chest rises, and exhale from the top down. Good. And again, inhale, use the whole breath. Fill up the whole lungs and exhale out. Inhale, push the belly out. Chest rises. Exhale, pull the belly in. And again, sitting up tall as we breathe in and exhale out. Beautiful. And again, inhale. We want both hands to move on the way up, and exhale, both hands to move on the way out. And again, we want to go nice and slow so we don't hyperventilate. The deep, deep inhale is followed by the long exhale. We want that long exhale to allow us to then get the deep inhale keep breathing while I talk to you. I had a student in yoga class once that said, I can't seem to take a full inhale. And I said, well, normally we start with an inhale, but let's start with a big exhale. And that way you can follow with a deep inhale. We only have as much room in our lungs to breathe in what we breathed out. There's a finite amount of space. So now we're going to count these breaths so we can relax our arms down into our laps or on our shoulders to focus on our posture. And we're going to inhale in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your eyes for me. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep breathing in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and in through the nose. Fill up the chest and the belly, and out through the mouth. Everything relaxes. And in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. Keep breathing just like this. Eyes are closed to remove the distraction of the stimulus of the eyes, and exhale out so that we can really focus on the breath. Inhale. 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3. Let's add the arms. Inhale. 2, 3. Arms over the head, and exhale. 2. Arms back by the sides, and inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4. Last one. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold the arms at the top. We're going to lace the fingers and reach them up to the sky. Shoulders are down, not shrugged up to the ears. Remember Romeo and Juliet, trying to keep those apart. Reaching the arms up. Good. Now as we exhale, this time we're going to round the arms out in front like we're giving Santa a great big hug. We don't want the elbows to straighten out. We want them to stay bent. Santa's a big jolly round man. And this time I want you to tuck your tail, pull the abs in, and round into the upper back. This is called a seated cat stretch. Head can drop as long as we can still breathe. And we're never holding our breath. We're always breathing through. We're going to lift the arms up. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 3, 4, 5, and inhale. Arms go up. Posture's tall. And exhale. 2, 3, 4. Cat stretch. And inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4. Last one. Inhale. 2, 3. Very nice. Exhale. Hold those arms back into cat. Elbows out wide. Tuck your belly. Now we're trying to separate the shoulder blades that we've been squeezing together. And this is that upper back stretch. So these muscles, the ones that we're stretching right now, are the posture muscles that are going to help us reverse that hunched forward position that some of us have. So we're going to relax the arms down, and you feel yourself in this hunched position. Try to take that deep breath. And it's a lot harder to get full. Now we're going to inhale, stack the spine, roll the shoulders back and down, depressed and retracted. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. This should be our natural seating position. So again, when we try to roll the shoulders forwards and backwards, we actually want to do this exaggerated motion to squeeze those shoulder blades together behind us, like we're trying to grip a pencil in between our shoulder blades to work these muscles. Now we can do this just standing to reverse this kyphotic curve, or we can do it laying down in bed. So imagine I'm laying down in bed. I take my arms to the side. It's not so much movement of the arms, it's the scapula together and relaxed. So this would be working against gravity. So that makes that workout a little bit deeper. We can also do this if you've ever been to the rec center, they have a chest fly machine. You can turn around backwards in the chest fly machine and do a reverse fly. And those machines work these muscles as well. But for now, we're just going to roll those shoulders back and down and hold them there. And we're going to stretch into those muscles, those neck muscles a little deeper now that we're warmed up. So posture is nice and tall. We're going to drop our ear to one shoulder. Eyes are closed to reduce that external stimulus, focusing internally on our breath. And we're going to hold this stretch, but not the breath. So this is called the static stretching as opposed to the dynamic stretching, which is moving. And the static stretching is held. And as we inhale, we're going to lift the head up. Again, we can put hands on shoulders to keep them down nice and tall. And we're going to exhale the opposite ear to the shoulder. Feeling the stretch through the sides of the neck. Here we go. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, slowly lower. Doing a whole breath here. Exhale out. Inhale, lifts the head up. Exhale to the other side. A whole breath in. A whole breath out. Inhale, lifts us up. And exhale to the side again. So like many of you who have neck pain or neck injuries, inhale lifts us up. I've had 2 spine surgeries, so my neck doesn't move quite as far. And breathe it out. One whole breath. We take it to our limit. Inhale, lift. This time we're going to exhale and hold it to this side. Breathe it out, sitting nice and tall in your posture. Feel that stretch. Now I like to show you how to do it wrong. So roll the shoulders forward and you feel the stretch missing from the neck. So when you're doing this without me leading you, remember, we've got to set the posture first and then take the ear to the shoulder to get that deep stretch. Let's inhale, lift it up. Exhale, take it to the other side. It should never hurt. It should always just be the slightest point of discomfort. We feel that long opening from neck to shoulder, right down the middle as we breathe, sitting tall for the deepest stretch, shoulders back and down. Big inhale, lift, and exhale one more time to either side. This is where a lot of us hold tension. These are the upper trapezius, the levator scapula, and the splenius. There's, again, not a test later, but just in case you want to go look those muscles up. And a big inhale lifts us up for this last time on the other side. And this opens the space between the ear and the shoulder so that we can more easily keep these shoulders down and back where they're supposed to be for our good posture. Beautiful. We're going to inhale, lift this up. Now we're going to add to it. Exhale drops the ear to the shoulder, and then we're going to turn the chin to look across the shoulder. Now we've added some rotation. I'm still holding my shoulders down as I sit up tall, abs are tight. And now we've moved the stretch a little bit more towards the front, still down the sides as well. Some of you may feel it in the back, depending on how tight we are. Gorgeous. And breathe through it. Big inhale lifts the head up. Exhale drops other ear. Inhale. Exhale turns the chin to look over the shoulder. So we're looking at an angle past the body, kind of a 45-degree angle between our knee and our hip. Shoulders are down and back. Chest is lifted. Breathe and feel that stretch. Here we go. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale to the other side. Big inhale. Exhale turns the chin across the shoulder. We go back and do the same stretch more than once because every time we get back into a stretch, hopefully we can go a little deeper. Take the stretch a little longer. Beautiful breathing, always breathing. Inhale, lift up. Exhale back to this side. Big inhale. Exhale turns the chin across the shoulder. It's not about the ear touching, the chin touching the shoulder. It's about where you feel the stretch in the neck. Trying to keep the shoulders back and down. If you want to rest your hands in your lap instead, that's fine. The only thing I caution you about is putting your hands on your armrest or your chair and pushing, because that's going to lift those shoulders back up to the ears, and we don't want that. I'm trying to break up Romeo and Juliet. Inhale, lifts the head up. Let's do one more time like this. Exhale, shoulders back and down, chest tall. Drop the chin towards the chest. Beautiful. Beautiful. Breathe and relax. Try not to look at your watch. That's why we keep our eyes closed. No external distractions. Gorgeous. Last time, big inhale, lift. Last time to this side, exhale, lower. Find that breath, sit up tall. Exhale, drops the chin towards the shoulder, looking across. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Normally, we have some nice peaceful music playing in the background to stimulate the sound senses. So we close out the visual senses, we stimulate the ears, and we can really focus on the mental aspects. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, bring our head right back to the middle. Beautiful. Now we're going to get to the back of the neck. So this next one is going to require us to sit up really tall. We're going to drop the chin to the chest. We can already start to feel the stretch coming up the back of the neck. Now, again, I want you to do it wrong first. I want you to lift your shoulders and round them up. You'll notice you don't feel the stretch. So we're going to sit back up tall, lower the shoulders down, tuck that chin to the chest as far as we can go. And we should start to feel the stretch come up the back on either side of the spine on the neck, staying nice and tall. Now we're going to lower one ear down, kind of turn the head. Good. Inhale, bring it back to the middle. And exhale to the other side, keeping the chin down. Gorgeous. And back to the middle. Here we go. Big inhale. Turn the head, exhale, and hold the chin down to the chest. Feel the stretch come up the back of the neck. Shoulders are relaxed, sitting tall. Inhale brings the head right back to the middle. Exhale lowers the other ear. Good. Now we're not lowering ear to shoulder. We're just turning the head from right to left. Inhale brings the chin back to the middle. So we're turning the chin, lifting it to one side. Chin to the chest. Reset your posture. Breathe. Long exhale. Inhale back to the middle. Exhale to the other side. Gorgeous. Chin back to the chest. Breathe. Gorgeous. Now we're going to hold this next one. So chin is down. Big inhale. Exhale. Twist the head. Pushes the chin down. And I feel the stretch coming all the way up, kind of along the medial border of the scapula, the shoulder blade, right in the middle, all the way up to the back of the neck. So in the middle of the back, all the way up to the neck. Breathe. Inhale back to the middle, chin still tucked, spine long, and exhale to the other side. Reaching the chin back down once we turn the head. So we're trying to stretch all across the neck, from the front to the side to the back. Beautiful. Beautiful. Inhale lifts the head back to the middle, and we're going to bring it all the way up to the sky. Gorgeous. Going back ear, side to side, loosening the spine back up. We hold a lot of tension in the neck and the shoulders, especially if we carry things on our shoulders. So we're going to drop that head from side to side again, just kind of moving it to loosen it back up. Gorgeous. Going all the way back to the beginning, right where we started. We're going to bring the head back to the middle after this last one. We're going to turn to look over one shoulder and then again to the other. And this is when you can maybe see some progress. Even after just one session, you notice you can maybe rotate a little more, you can tilt it a little bit more, or maybe you just feel better. The way that we judge is not always perfection, it's just progress. And progress in yoga could be a millimeter, a half a millimeter more, or just the relaxation that comes. We're going to finish this last one to both sides. Gorgeous. Now we're going to take that deep breathing again. Arms reach up to the sky. Gorgeous. And as we exhale, arms come back down, counting in and out for 5 as we go. Inhale, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Rolling the shoulder blades up and back and down. Scapular mobility again. Working on moving the shoulder blades back. A way that we can practice good posture, we can take a tennis ball, put it behind our spine while we're driving in the car or sitting at our desk. And that way, if we hunch, the ball falls. And so we know that our posture has kind of taken a turn. It won't be easy to reverse a hunch if you've had it for a long time. It'll take a while. Think about how long you've had it. So how long is it going to take to undo it? But you can get there. I had bad posture for the first probably 30 years of my life, and I've been working on it ever since. And it's just now finally getting to a point where I feel normal with my arms right by my side instead of my shoulders rounded forward. So again, we're going to work on rolling backwards and then together and backwards, retraction and protraction. We're going to try to retract and depressed, retract and depressed, or like I say, shoulders back and down, chest up, abs tight, holding it here. Nice, big, beautiful posture. Head can move all around. It's nice and loose. Big inhale, arms reach up to the sky. We're going to lace those fingers one more time, round them down in front. Hug Santa. Let the elbows bow out, and then tuck the tail and round it in for your big, beautiful cat stretch. Gorgeous. Stretching the muscles that we just retracted. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Very nice. Very, very nice, ladies and gentlemen. Big inhale, arms reach up to the sky. And as we exhale, the hands come back down to our sides and our shoulders are nice and loose. Throughout the rest of the week, as we started at the upper body, we're going to wake our way down towards the lower body. We're going to do some standing exercises using our chair as well. And then in the spring, we're going to record some more videos so that we have different levels so that you can just go in and press play and I can guide you through even though we're not live together, so you can do it on your own time whenever you like. If you guys have any areas that you specifically want to focus on, shoot me an email or let us know in the chats so we can be sure to do that. The last little tip I want to leave you with is anytime we're tense, we tend to lift those ears back up to the shoulders, so we can just think about big, deep breath, exhale and roll them down. The reason that we're often told to count to 10 or to breathe deeply when we're angry is because when we're angry and stressed, all of that tightens our muscles up. That stress response is just kind of innate response to protect the body, but now we're stressed all the time in the American lifestyle, right? Especially at this time of the year. And so finding that deep breath to relax the muscles, closing the eyes, even just for 5 minutes, if that's all the time that you have, focusing on the posture, rolling the shoulder blades back and down, doing a little bit of a neck stretch side to side, always slow, nothing too fast, so that we can protect that neck, can go a long way to helping improve your posture, relax your body, and put you in a better mood. So we finished right on time. I always hate when a meeting runs late. It's 11:28, so I wanted to say my final goodbyes before Miranda chimes back in if there's anything else she needs to tell you.